Well, almost a year ago to the day, I stood here with my very good friend Trev from the Excellent Summit on Nothing channel, and we went up Helvellyn and had a really good day out, followed by a wild camp down at Easdale Town. So in memory of that day, so straight out the car park, straight through the gate. So Helvellyn, 2 miles, which doesn't sound very much. It's 2 miles straight up. So you can see I haven't been going that long, haven't got that high yet. But I'll tell you something, my heart is pounding. Talk about a loss of fitness. Maybe it's a bit of a daft one to get back into the swing of things, but really wanting to sort of test my knee and test myself like as well. So I'm just going to take my time going up. So forecast today is dry, about a 3% chance of rain. Having said that, I've still got a very light waterproof jacket with us. You can see the car park down there where I started from, just in front of Thirlmere Reservoir. It's the first big walk in a long time. I'm basically walking for 2 minutes, I'm stopping and I'm resting for 1 minute. Just get my heart rate under control. Don't want to do anything too daft. I'm just going to enjoy the day. Thick murky cloud up there, but again, according to the forecast, that is due to clear, and we are going to get a bit of sun coming through later on. I was going to wild camp tonight. Two things put us off slightly in the end. One was reading the Cumbrian Police website, which said that the police, together with the National Trust and landowners, were actively going out and looking for wild campers, moving them on, and even finding them like as well. The other thing I was slightly concerned was my fitness levels. So the idea today was to really test myself, test my knee, test my fitness, and get up Helvellyn. And I thought if I can get up there, yeah, I'll be fine with a camping pack on. Not up here like. I've sat for another 10 minutes just enjoying the view, so I better crack on. Still a bit gloomy over there. Having said that, in the distance over there we can see a bit of nice weather, which hopefully is coming our way. So if you can imagine 2 miles of just constantly going upstairs, this is what it's like going up here. And just like last year, we got about this point here and we looked up and we started to see the mist, and that mist was with us all the way until we got to the top, and until we got about a third of the way down when the sun come out and it was an absolutely glorious day. Yeah, so I'm not setting the world alight, but at the end of the day I'm just enjoying myself. 5-minute chat there to that guy there. Actually he looked even older than me. It looked like his grandson with him, which was nice to see. And I must admit it would have been nice to have Harry Metalman here with us today, or even his dad with us, but I think both of them prefer a nice lie-in in the morning, I think, rather than sitting here looking at that. I know what I'd rather do. And over in the distance and in the mist is Skiddaw, where I initially was going to go today. Funny enough, I've never ever been up Skiddaw before, so I'll have to leave that to another day. The old guy and his grandson, who passed us 5 minutes ago, are completely out of sight there now. So good on them. And as always, the camera never ever gives you a true indication of how steep that is. It's just relentless. I've seen a couple of people actually turn back already, and a lot more difficult than what they thought. But you know, credit to them. They've done the sensible thing and they've turned back. But I'm still feeling good. Feeling really good, to be quite honest. I've took my time, I've had plenty of stops, I've had plenty to drink, and I'm enjoying myself because I'm on holiday. It's really nice to get back out again, really nice. And all the huffing and puffing to get up, it's all worth it. So if you've been up this way before, you know exactly why I am there now. I'm going to plough on onwards and always upwards. So not really what we wanted to see. Clouds starting to to roll in, although it does look bright over there. So I would say about 2/3 of the way to the top there now. I think hard work's done. Just over the lip up here, it starts to even out a bit. Exactly the same as last year. Just as we got about here, the clouds started to roll in, the mist started to come in, and all the views start to close up. Either way, it is what it is. And it's looking quite nice. Down there, the road to Grasmere, with all the clouds that we're getting, all seem to be heading towards the summit of Helvellyn. Well, this is a nice walk on this. Let's get the hard work out of the way, all the steps, and you've got a nice shady path here, which is very enjoyable walking on. And then we're just going to head up into the gloom and then plough onto the summit of Helvellyn. And enveloped by mist there now. I know the camera makes things look a lot brighter, but it is very gloomy and lonely up here. And just as it's clearing a bit, you can see Swirl Edge. And what a fantastic sight to see. When I pulled into the car park, I saw them walking out. I thought, surely at that age they never got up Helvellyn. Taking a couple of kids that age up, but having said that, obviously have done. Really good to see they've made it to the top, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. So very, very well done to them all. That's a great sight to see. So all the people watching this, well, when I say all the people, if anybody's watching this, if you are watching this and think, I wish I could do that, what's stopping you? Yeah, what is stopping you? Top of Helvellyn again. And for the second time in a row. Not much of a view. You got Red Tarn down there. I've got Swirl Edge going down there. And in the distance, just you can see Ullswater and Glenridden. And over in the murk and gloom over there, you've got Striding Edge. Now, a lot of people think, come up Striding Edge, get to the top, that's it. And they forget about Swirl Edge, because there's been almost as many accidents and fatalities on Swirl Edge as there has been on Striding Edge. I'm going to head a bit further along to the shelter, sit down there, have something to eat. So I'm just going to have a breather here, like 10-15 minutes. It took me just over 2.5 hours to get up here. I think me and Trev did it last year in, I think it was 2 hours it took us to get up here. But so another year, half an hour older, but at the end of the day, still made it. So I sat here with Trev last year, my son and my mate Chris Pye the year before, and Mr. Mountain Mike also sat here. When I was up here with my son and Chris, the weather was unreal. 32 degrees. That was absolutely insane. Wasn't forecasted 32 degrees, but man, yeah, I have never been so exhausted before in my life. So I'm feeling quite chipper at the moment getting up here. Really pleased with myself. That's where we started. Thirlmere, parking at Swirls car park, and we followed the track up all the way to Helvellyn, where we're sat there now. Last year when I was with Trev, we split off here and we came down there and walked back to the car. I think this year what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk on up to Nethermost Pike and then onto Dollywagon Pike. So Striding Edge, been over a couple of times, and it's funny how memories come flooding back. Reminds me of coming over there and meeting with Mountain Mike for the first time. warm summer's day. I had shorts on, I had a t-shirt on. We got halfway over Striding Edge. Oh, how pleasant. A little bit of mist coming over the summit. 2 minutes later, that little bit of mist enveloped us. It was unbelievable how the weather changed. I went from 1 layer, a t-shirt, to 5 layers. The wind got up and we had to drop down. You can walk right over the top like I have done before, and on a windy day, if you had any sense, you would drop down just below the edge there, which we had to do because the wind was so strong. There was a couple of gusts there. Basically we were hanging on for dear life, so thank goodness we did drop down. But looking back on it there now, a really good day, a fun day, and a day I would really like to repeat with him. You never know, one day we might get him back up here in these hills again. And we can see there where the path splits over there. Last year me and Trev took the right hand path and we dropped down. I'm going to push on today and go further on up to Nethermost Pike and then on to Dollywagon Pike. See what I feel like then, because the more and more I walk over there, the further and further away from the car I'm walking. It's just so nice to be back up here again. I know it sounds a bit daft this. Sometimes when you get up here and you look around and you've got it all yourself, it's quite an emotional experience sometimes. And I always give thanks to, I don't know who I'm giving thanks to, but I always give thanks that one, I've got up safely, and two, I'm sort of really blessed to see such a fantastic sight. Because yes, you can see them on film, but I'll tell you something, you've got to be up here to really appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's the 4th time I've been at the top of Helvellyn, which is about 950 metres I think, so well over 3,000 feet. I always say it'll most likely be my last time up here, but never will be. So a better view of Striding Edge there, and I can see numerous people going over it. You do not want to slip coming off there. And aren't them views superb? Thank goodness the mist cleared a bit. But that's where we're heading next. I think I'm going to do, once I get a dolly wagon, come back on myself. I think the Americans, I think they call it a switchback, and drop back down to Whitesand car park. But I'm loving this there now. The sun's breaking out. Oh God, look, I can feel it on my face. Thank you. Oh, whoever sent that, it is absolutely gorgeous. And just as I say that, it's gone behind a cloud. So at the Nethermost Pike for the first time, never been up here before. On the VIEWRANGER, which I'm using for the very first time. This isn't Nethermost Pike, I've missed it. Really having such a good day. And when you're on holiday, you should be at work today. Makes it all the more special. So onwards to Dollywagon Pike. According to VIEWRANGER, where I was before was a high crag, not Nethermost Pike, which I must have passed or either walked over, one of the two. Yeah, first time I'm using the VIEWRANGER. So far very, very impressed with it. I've had it on my phone for a while and never really sort of bothered much about it. And again, Trev last year, he mentioned it and said how he used it. So, and he's done a very, very good video of it, which I actually followed. So what I'll do, I'll put a link to his video. So if you've never used VIEWRANGER before, or if you've got it and you fancy using it, have a look at this video. It's very, very good, very easy to follow. Yeah, very impressed with it so far. Well, we're going to do some descending in there now to climb back up again. Now, just when you're starting to feel a little bit tired, see a family of 3 run past you. Oh, to be young and fit again, oh man. So somebody else running past us. It's only me here that's doing any walking. Everybody else seems to be running. Now, according to VIEWRANGER, this is the top of Dollywagon Pike. So if it is, it's the first time I've been here. And if it isn't, I'm sure somebody will tell us. But oh, look at them views. And in the distance you can still see them going over Striding Edge. Well, like I say, I'm going to make a switch back there now and climb all the way back up there, go back to where, almost to Helvellyn, where the trail split, and I'm going to drop down. So I've had a really good day so far, so I don't want to push it. So there's the switch back there, and that's the route I'm going to take back down to Whitesand car park, and then walk through the woods to Swirls where the car's parked. So you can see the path snaking all the way down there, so we've still got quite a way to go yet. And then when we drop down to the car park, there's a very long walk through the woods, so I might stop, find a nice rock somewhere and stop for about 10-15 minutes, I think, have something to eat before I make the final push down. It's a nice path coming down here, so again it'll be a nice path going up, but it's such a long winding path. It's just winding all the way down there and all the way down until we eventually get into the forest at the bottom. Now I remember me and Trev, we got up and we got down pretty quick, to be honest. We were chatting all the way, but when we got down there and thought, oh, this is going to be fine, flat walk through the woods to the car park. We're chatting away, walking. And I looked at Trevor, I said, is it me, or is this a heck of a long walk? And he said, funny enough, I was thinking exactly the same, like, as well. And we walked a bit further, we haven't missed it, have we? We haven't walked past the car park, and but eventually did get it, but it's a lot longer than what you think. But I'm just absolutely loving these views. Oh, and as last year, I don't know if Trev watches this, but if he does, as last year, the weather is exactly the same. As you get down, the sun comes out and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is the 3rd highest mountain in England. There's only Scafell and Scafell Pike higher than Helvellyn. So it's always a good test. See what your fitness is like. And I found out mine's not good. And that is one long descent. I'll tell you something, I'm knackered now. But only another 2 miles to the car. What a sad way to finish the day. Having said that, what a lovely bench in a fantastic place to remember them by. So Helvellyn, if you've never done it before and you fancy doing it, you've got the classical way of doing it from Glenridden up over Striding Edge to the summit, down Swirl Edge, which is the way I've done it a few times and thoroughly enjoyed it. Having said that, I'm quite good with heights, if you're not good with heights, I would suggest doing it the way I've done it today. Park at Swirls, get the hard work out of the way first. Yes, it's steep, 2 miles straight up, but that's the time to do it. And you've got the longer way down to Wyburn car park on the way back, and then the flattish walk through the forest back to the car. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to move. Yeah, I know. That walk from Wyburn to Swirls is the longest walk. God, never ending. Having said that, this time last year, me and Trev there, we did that. We drove down to Grasmere, got our camping packs on, and then we hiked all the way up to Eastdale Tarn. And I had a hernia as well. It's good to show my fitness levels have dropped. Either way, what a good day. Just got to drive all the way home now. It had to be done. It had to be done. If anybody stuck it this far, thank you very much, I appreciate it. Until I'm out again, thanks for watching.